That is.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We've got 9 o'clock, so let's call this meeting to order. This is your regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. Today is November the 24th, 2025. And we will start with a confirmation of roll call. Precinct 1.
Here.
Precinct 2.
Here.
Precinct 3.
Present.
Precinct 4.
Present.
And the judge is here, so let the record reflect that all 5 of us are here, present, and accounted for. And with that, we will stand for our invocation. Our most Heavenly Father, thank you for this glorious day here in Lavaca County. Thank you for the recent rainfalls that we've received and the rainfall that's yet to come. Lord, please bless us with rain to nourish our county and all our crops and our cattle. And Lord, we just depend on that, and we depend on you. And Lord, we're so thankful for all that you've blessed us with. Be with us today as we make decisions for Lavaca County, as we deliberate issues and make decisions. Lord, we're just so thankful that we do it in your name. And everything we do is for you and for the glory of you. And Lord, just protect us all as we go through the holiday season, whether we've lost a loved one or have sick loved ones. Lord, just wrap your arms around everyone this Thanksgiving season and this Christmas season. And just bless us to your abilities. And we ask for all these things in your name. Amen. Now our pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Try as they might, they can't divide us.
All right, thank you for being here. We've got a pretty decent-sized crowd here in the courtroom today. But whether you're here live in the courtroom or watching us at some other time, we're so glad that you're paying attention to what we're doing here in Lavaca County. I made a posting, I think, last night on Facebook that says, we have some new sound and video equipment coming, so we're just, if you're watching this live somewhere, just bear with us. We understand it's a muffled and blurry thing to watch, but you can hear and get the gist out of what's happening here in the courtroom. So with that, do we have any announcements? Number one, Ms. Lorena Cognac, you want to come say a few words? If you would state your name for the court and who you represent today.
My name is Lorena Cognac, and I am the Lavaca County Republican Chair, but I'm also President of Great State Republicans. Thank you, Judge and Commissioners, for letting me just announce that Great State Republicans has a meeting this evening at 7 at St. Peter Lutheran Church Fellowship Hall, and our Honorable Judge Mudd and our County Attorney James Reeves will be our speakers, kind of giving us 2025 at a glance, all the successes, challenges, etc. So you're all welcome to come. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's 7 p.m. at Lutheran Church tonight. Appreciate it. Anything else to announce? Going once, going twice. We do have a courthouse announcement to make. I think I saw when I was in Galveston this past weekend, but the boiler is going to be set to be installed 1st of December.
We're aiming for the
First week of December, that we should have some heat back in the courthouse. So we have been without a boiler. We have no heat in the courthouse. So we're looking forward to the boiler getting installed before we have a cold spell. All right. Anything else? Aggies are 11-0. UT not so much, but we're proud of our Texas football teams.
Don't forget Tech.
I don't know, where's Tech at?
2. They're number 3.
They lost a game somewhere along the way.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. All right. They're not 11-0.
They're still in here.
All right. Anything else? All right. If not, we'll move on to item number 2, discuss and approve road bond and road routing agreement updates. That's brought to you by your commissioners court. I don't think we have any documents discussed. We want to update some things or address some issues?
Yeah, I would like to, if that's okay.
Sure.
You're okay. Yes, as recently as Friday, I was traveling north in a southbound transport on 957, was headed south. And so I just got a funny feeling, and I thought, something is up. And so I turned around. They were south of 532, And I turned around, and by the time I caught them, they had already crossed the bridge at 244. And that's a 30,000-pound bridge. And so I followed them in, talked to the guys, and asked for his permit. They got it to me. And we determined, I don't know, 60 to 80,000 pounds just crossed the bridge. And that bridge it may not be condemned, but it's already been certified by TxDOT that it is to be replaced because it is a hazard. Therefore, I looked at his permit, and the permit had come from the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. I've never transacted, or our paths have never crossed at this point since I've been commissioner, so I spent a good part of the day trying to reach them. Their phone tree is absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't talk to a single person. I mean, it was ridiculous. So there was an email spot. I emailed them, and I told them, your system is broken. And what was your satisfaction ratio? I said 0. It's pathetic. Well, my phone rang in about 15 minutes. Son of a gun, I got a call and talked to the guy, and he said, hey, what's your problem? I said, well, the problem is y'all just permitted an oversized load, and you provided the directions, and you never consulted us. And you sent them the wrong way. Well, we don't intersect with county roads. I said, I realize that. That's why I'm calling. This has to change. We need to be consulted with before you decide to send an oversized permitted load on a county road. I don't know how we do that. That's not my purview. That's yours. But you can't issue a permit the way you've done it. And the permit was wrong. I mean, the directions they gave, or how the guy found it, I don't know. But anyway, that's an update of where we are, and so we've got some. That's one of the issues that I found. I didn't know that was the case. I didn't know DMV. I mean, they actually typed out the instructions. I'm like, good gracious, on the permit. And I'm like, so what I did, I'll give you the original. You can pass those. That's the directions they gave at the bottom and on the back. I mean, this load originated in Fowlerton, Texas, and came the back way all the way to Lavaca County to the well on 244. And I'm like, so, wow. Anyway.
Do you know where Fowlerton is? It's located Pleasanton area, Kennedy, back that area. It might be a little bit bigger than Breslau. That is.
Thank you for that.
Is that about right?
No, I think you're right. 100% right. But anyway, that's a current status, and Sheriff, you look like you might want to say something there.
Yeah, you may. The Sheriff's Department is one of the subject matters in this,
Please don't call me a subject matter expert on this.
not an expert, but one of the subjects. One of the subjects.
You're a resource.
I'm getting a crash course for sure. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Lavaca County. So what the commissioner said is tantamount, I believe, and that is we have to meet on the front end before these projects go up. In the case of these oil wells, long before that derrick is standing tall, simply because at that point these routing agreements and the TxDOT permit routes, et cetera, all that's been accomplished, and those trucks are coming from all over Texas and elsewhere, getting into that well site, and they're going to overload our bridges and our roads. If I may, Commissioner Puska and I met with EOG, with a landman, a drilling supervisor, and a loss prevention supervisor. There's a well coming in on 195 and 340 early December. We've met with the three of them and walked through, the commissioner and I walked through where he wants that road to go, and where I can then later enforce, the deputies can enforce in the event there's violations of that routing agreement. However, the only way we can enforce that is if this routing agreement, and you all should have one of them, that's the one I sent you, Commissioner, that we put together based off of the meetings that we had. It has a map. It's plainly written out where they can and cannot go. This is admittedly a very easy one, or should be, because they come in and out off the same road off of 340.
Is that the well site?
But what this does is, by pushing it through court, it becomes a county ordinance. Then by publication, which it will be upon passing, then it gives us, the sheriff's department, or sheriff's office, the ability to write tickets in the event this is violated. So that's what I'm asking the court, and working with the commissioners, what we've asked to do going forward. This is an example. I know Commissioner Puska's been real busy with other issues, but this is just an example that he and I put together based off the meeting that we had early on. And I think it would go a long way to mitigate some of the issues we're having. With respect to TxDOT, I spoke to the actual subject matter experts on this matter, and that's your Texas DPS, DMV folks, MVE, Motor Vehicle Enforcement. What they said is, strangely enough, that TxDOT permit does supersede any of the laws that I can enforce. However, they said the same. If you can meet with them on the front end, and I'm going to supply what you supplied to me, Commissioner, I'm going to supply that to the DMV folks, and he's going to tell me which yard it came out of. Well, yard may not be the appropriate word, office, I guess. He thinks we're covered by Yoakum, and he said if we can get with them ahead of time, again, on the front end of these projects, and let them know you can't go across these bridges with these heavy loads, then they will abide by that. They will work with us. If you look real quick at the map that we provided, it's the very back, attachment A. They come off 340, hang a right on 195. There's going to be a pad road created, I learned with my meeting with Commissioner Puska, that's going to run east to west, more or less, right beside 194. When they come out, they have to hang a left and go back out the way they came in on this particular one. If they do not, and they pass a couple gravel roads beyond, like 194, which will put them in a very an area we don't want them, they will have to cross 3 bridges. As Commissioner Puska pointed out to me, 2 of the 3 are so narrow that there's no way they're going to get across those, and they're too light. They're too light. And there's no way they'll get across those bridges. But what's happening is these individuals are traveling, again, a long distance. They're plugging in that GPS coordinate onto their map, onto their phone, and they're driving the shortest distance between point A and point B, which often puts them over those bridges. So I think it's incumbent upon us to be as clear as we possibly can. This is the route that you're going to take, otherwise you're going to be ticketed.
On this particular site, there's one way in, one way out. They are not going to tear up more than one road.
Correct.
So if they do not abide by these directions, that's when the sheriff's office, we can shut the operation down.
Correct.
Until they abide by these routes that we give them to travel on. It's like Sheriff said, they get on their phones and they call each other to pick the shortest route. Oh, this is 7 miles closer. But that road is not capable of holding a heavy truck. So what we do is give them a route they can take to do is to, for lack of a better term, so they can mess up as short a distance as possible. We also have a bond of $250,000. There's one thing I think we need to change on that.
Okay.
And it says, this bond is intended as a blanket bond to cover all of the company's oil and gas development road use in activities in Lavaca County. That, we need a bond for each road, not all of Lavaca County written. You know what I mean? If
Yes, sir.
Somewhere in there, it ought to have County Road 195.
I see. You're speaking
Specific.
towards the bold text
Yes, the
in
bold-
page
the
2.
bold text.
Okay.
Agreed?
Absolutely, I agree. And I think the thing is that, because if they've got, some companies have multiple well sites, and they're on multiple roads.
Correct. AOG is one of them.
Yeah, and this is saying that this bond covers all their activity. That won't work.
Agreed.
That just won't work.
Okay.
So,
Again, like I started with, I'm not the subject matter expert. I'm learning as we go. We can change that text and any other text you'd like. I think what's critical is we alleviate some of the obscurity on some of these route permits such that when we do pull over those tractor trailers, because they're not on the route, that there's no mistaking. I don't know if you all are aware, but I think it's effective this month. If not, it's effective the beginning of December. All individuals with a commercial vehicle license must speak English. That's the law of the land now. So if they can speak English, they can figure this out, I would think. If not, they're going to be ticketed.
All right. I don't think, there's nothing to take action on.
No, it doesn't take action. I'd just like to comment and say that the disconnect is between TxDOT and Texas DMV, because Texas DMV issues the permits for them to travel. And so I asked that question, Sheriff, and that there is no connection there. They said, well, you can go to TxDOT, you have a Yoakum offsite. Yeah, we do, and it's full of engineers, but somehow they need to coordinate together. Somehow that there needs to be a connection where the Texas Department of Transportation is also coordinating with the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, who is deeming those routes usable. I spoke to Troy, and Troy told me at DMV, I gave him the license plate number and the name of the trucking company, because the permit that they gave me didn't have a number. I didn't realize until they'd left. There was no permit number on it. And so, but he was able to look it up. He told me, he said, yeah, I know exactly where this truck came from. I know exactly. I've got all the information here. He said, and you can, he said, we have the availability to search, but we can also, help you with that. So anyway, it's an ongoing process.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
I think
That's all I had, Judge.
Thank you. I think it'd be wise to bring Yoakum TxDOT into the picture, into a meeting with EOG, just to describe, especially on these low water crossings and bridges that we have that are vulnerable to the heavy loads.
Yeah.
And just to look, absolutely warning now, we're not going to, you're going to be liable for crossing that bridge.
Well, and I think, if I may
damage.
speak again, and Commissioner Pruska would agree with this, I think EOG wants to do the right thing. Again, there was a drilling supervisor, landman, and the loss prevention guy that came out of San Antonio. They want to do the right thing, but when they're subbing the subs out, and these trucks are coming from deep South Texas, and they're arguably struggling with the use of the English language, and they punch in that route A to B on their phone, and that's the route they go. But I believe if we have these meetings on the front end, tell them where we want them to go and not want to go, and make it as clear as possible that we can at least mitigate some of this damage that's being done to our county roads.
I think we've definitely raised the awareness.
Yes, sir.
And because I've noticed that they're providing some sentries
flagging
at the
it.
roads to be sure that they don't make the wrong turn.
Correct.
It's the first time I've seen that, but I saw it this last week, that they are actually doing that.
Yes, sir.
So we kind of got in the same situation with the pipeline and the compressor station. They said that we didn't ask for a sound barrier, therefore we didn't get one. And I said, so we had to raise the awareness, say we need a sound barrier. And it took me a year and a half to get one. But, so anyway, I think we made
I agree.
EOG and others aware, hey, we have a process and we want you to abide by it.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
So, anyway, thank
All
you
right.
for your work.
Yes, absolutely.
you.
Likewise.
All right.
Done. Promise.
Anything else discussed on item number 2? The only thing I might add would be $250,000 covers a couple miles of damaged roads, but it doesn't cover a bridge that gets wiped out. So maybe we need to readdress damages and how we apply them. That, if you cross that bridge and do damage to that bridge, it's $1 million to you. And so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that could be an Allison Bass and McGee question as well, to
Okay.
see, just to ask them.
Thank you.
All right, anything else on number 2? Nothing to just, good discussion. I'm glad you're going to continue the discussion and look forward to coming up with some resolutions. All right, number 3, I think I see some people here in the audience waiting for this one. Number 3 is present the winner of the 2025-2026 I Voted and Future Voter Sticker Contest, brought to you by our lovely election department. People, plural.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Tina Hudson. I'm the Lavaca County Elections Administrator alongside Brandy Stuckey. She is Chief Deputy. This morning, we would like to announce the winners of our second biannual voting sticker contest. There were two separate design entries. There were future voter for anybody that was pre-K to 5th grade, and then we had I voted for anybody 6th grade to 12th grade. So there is two different categories. If you are present today, when I call you, you're more than welcome to come forward and we'll take a picture. So the winners of the future voting sticker contest for 3rd place is Taya Halupka. And 2nd place was,
Yeah, you want to stand up here? That'd be great.
and then 2nd place was Jep DeBoard. And 1st place winner was Scarlett Yaquez. And then we have for the I Voted sticker contest, tied for 2nd, we had Gracie Baker and Lizzie Welch.
Come on down.
And the 1st place winner is Ryan Rogers.
All right. Thank y'all so much for participating. You want to get in this too? You want to stand up? We're going to stand right here. All right. Congratulations. Is it my understanding that you now make the stickers based on this drawing, right? That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you all for participating. We appreciate you being here. That's neat. All right. Item number 4, discussion approve annual safety award eligibility policy, brought to you by our auditor/HR person.
Our annual safety holiday party is coming up, and the auditor's office is in charge of workers' comp. We thought it would be best to come up with an eligibility policy, saying who gets the safety award.
Okay.
And the eligibility requirements, you must be employed for 1 full year by September 30th. You must be a full-time employee at the time of eligibility determination, and you must be accident-free through October 1st through September 30th of that preceding fiscal year.
All right, that's a no-fault accident, correct?
Any accident, and submitting an incident-only report does not disqualify you as long as you report, and that incident-only report is submitted in accordance with our policy. Because there's times where we have people that report incident-onlys after the fact, and you're supposed to report any kind of accident right away, at the time of the accident. You shouldn't wait a week.
Gotcha. All right, this policy can be found on page 1 through 3 of your packet. Do I hear a motion to adopt it? Do I hear a motion?
We need a motion to adopt as is, full-time employees.
Basically, page 1 through 3 is new. It's just basically the language that says who's eligible for a safety award, who's not, so there's no disputes. We have had arguments over the last 5 years, someone thinking they deserve an award, they weren't. This just clears it up. So, but if y'all want to dispute it or question it, you're free to do so. This is up to court's approval.
Full-time employees, correct?
Full-time employee, and they've got to be fully employed for 1 full year by September 30th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second that.
All right, motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 3, to approve the annual safety award eligibility policy. Any other questions or comments? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir, I have a question. It's my understanding that, I don't know how many part-time employees we have, but if we were to consider part-time employees, would the threshold be that they had to work half of the, like a work year is 2,080 hours? They would have to work 1,040 hours to be eligible?
That would be my recommendation if you're gonna include part-time employees. A full-time employee, normally works a 40-hour work week, that accounts, or equates to 2,080 hours a year. So if you wanted to include part-time employees, you would at least say that they would have to work 1,040 hours in a given year, the same year that we have on call year and the active free.
So it would provide some structure, some guidelines for that as well. I ask that because, you know, it seems part of the challenge of what we do is to recognize people for what they do and how they go about doing their jobs. And so I don't really have an established program for that other than we have, you know, an anniversary notification. And so I try to make that special by framing that and, you know, making it the presentation, you know, in front of the crew. But, you know, I would be open to that if somebody's working that, because it seems like a small thing to receive some type of award, you know, maybe something as menial, I shouldn't say menial, something as small as a cup or something like that, a pen. But, so that would be my comment about, I would be open to establishing that for somebody who works, you know, part-time, because it's just another opportunity for us to thank the people who work here and who help make, you know, all of us successful. So,
I think they would say you basically the safety award is a cup. Some years it's something, it's that price range, but this kind of sets a standard. Any official or department head could go and purchase something like that for that part-time person if they wanted to.
okay.
If they wanted to single them out, but this is something that countywide is doing.
Okay.
So, but like I said, it's subject to interpretation, debate.
Okay.
So I had a motion by precinct 4, second by precinct 3. Is there any other discussion or comments or something to add or subtract? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Again, this just has some kind of guidelines to give us some, we can say, no, you don't meet the criteria because of this, but, you know, next year you'll be eligible or so.
It's been flip-flopped from year to year, and, you know, sometimes, some years we included part-time, other years we didn't, and this is guidelines, there are some questions in it. We can change policy, and our office is a policy follower.
That's it, as we all are. All right, item number 5, discuss and approve audit review of Lavaca County Jail Commissary for October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, as per LGC 351415. That's found on page 5 through 9. Anything you want to add to that, Madam?
Comment, in the opinion of the Lavaca County Auditor, the jail commissary was in compliance with chapter 351.0415 of the local government code for the period opposite. This is a required audit for local government code, and this is going to be mailed to the jail commissary, state commissary.
Everything's good, correct?
Everything's good.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second. Sheriff, whoever with the jail commissary in good shape.
All right, motion made by precinct 4, seconded by precinct 3.
Yeah.
All right, had a motion by precinct 4, second by precinct 3 to approve the audit review of Lavaca County Jail Commissary for October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, as per LGC 351415. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Item number 6, discuss and approve letter of resolution authorizing Lavaca County to participate in a statewide emergency radio infrastructure project to partnership with the Golden Crescent Regional Planning Commission. It's brought to you by our EMS director, and I see our EMS director backup
Yeah, that's
is
what
here
we'll call
to
it.
present.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This resolution allows us to apply for the SERI grant through the Golden Crescent Regional. We actually got awarded this grant, I believe it was now 2 years ago. We actually used that money to purchase what we call a fifth channel within our radio. SERI stands for State Emergency Radio Infrastructure. We were awarded, I think it was a partial of about $130,000. They actually came back to us this year and said, hey, there was money left over, and they actually finished out the rest of that cost at that $130,000. So it really didn't even pay, or didn't cost Lavaca County anything to add that fifth channel. So with the recent expansion that we're having as far as extra deputies, DPS, game wardens, we've got Ezell Fire Department coming on our radio system now. You can imagine that's more radios that are kind of on our system. So what this channel does is it allows another pathway to be able to talk and key up. So if there's 5 people talking, nobody else can talk. This sixth channel would give us the ability to have another person be able to talk all at one time. So we're actually going out for that. This money comes from the state down to the regional area. So we're going to be fighting against other people within our region for this money. But there's about $905,000 set aside to be able to expand radio projects. So by giving this resolution, that gives us the ability to go out for some of these grant monies that's there. It gives the committee, the Communications Committee Chairman, which is Chief Furr, the ability to speak on behalf of Lavaca County to put in that application and to go after those monies. So we have that application. We have the quote for what it would cost for a 6th channel and what we call TDMA, and that will help kind of go back and forth. We're mainly looking for that 6th channel for our growth. But this gives us the ability to submit that in. That's due on November 30th. We basically have it ready to go. We just need this resolution to tie to it, and then we can send it off, and it's kind of a waiting game to see if we can get approved for even partial of that money would be better than nothing. So we're going to see what we can try to get out.
Okay. Do you hear a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion. Second.
I heard 3 and 4. So I had a motion by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to approve the letter of resolution authorizing Lavaca County to participate in a statewide emergency radio infrastructure project in partnership with the Golden Crescent Regional Planning Commission. Any other questions or comments?
Good work.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Appreciate all that the Telecommunications Committee has done. You'll come a long way in a matter of couple of years. Item number 7, discuss and approve items on Exhibit A as surplus property from the Lavaca County IT Department, brought to you by your IT Director. That's found on page 12.
Good morning. Just to let y'all know, we went through a few more items. It's 13 items: printers, keyboard, old computers. This is just another round that needs to be considered as surplus and put on gov deals so we can clean up some of our area. So,
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
Also moved.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve items on Exhibit A as surplus property from the Lavaca County IT Department. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Do you have any other announcements you want to make?
also would like to introduce Nicholas Brumming. He is now in our IT department. He has 11 years of Navy IT experience, so he's going to be helping us out as well. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Like he was saying, my name is Nicholas Brummey. I come from Gonzales County. It's actually where I preside in. I have, like you said, 11 years Navy IT. I've been almost anywhere you can think of. But my biggest thing was I was on an aircraft carrier, so I had to deal with a lot of the big telecommunications and IT support. So
This is similar to aircraft carrier here.
Aircraft
We're
carrier
not
is
as-
about 6,000 people, so.
I'm sure there's no complaints on the aircraft carrier at all, right?
Sure.
Sure, okay. Welcome aboard. Like I said, we look forward to having you. Again, IT department are doing a bunch of great things, and we like the direction you're heading in, and having that you brought me on is a good thing. So, all right.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Number 8, declare an office desk as surplus property from the district clerk's office to be sold on Gov Deals, asset tag number 013500. It's brought to you by our district clerk. Do I hear a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 2, to declare an office desk as surplus property from the district clerk's office to be sold on Gov Deals, asset tag number 013500. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And on furniture, sometimes we give everyone an opportunity to take the, if some other department needs it, fine, but I think no one needs this desk, so it's going to Gov Deals. All right, that moves us right into number 9, consent agenda. By one motion, second and vote, we can approve this consent agenda. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we move into consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve the consent agenda by one motion, second and vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, we approve the consent agenda. We are in consent. Our microphones will go off until we are out. All right. We're out of consent. Before we adjourn, I have one announcement to make. I didn't make this announcement regarding fireworks. We'll have that on the next court agenda, whether we can pop fireworks or shoot fireworks in December. I'm going to try to get with Judge Fowler in DeWitt County so we can align our policies together so there's no confusion on whether you can sell the fireworks or pop the fireworks, and giving us another 2 weeks, hopefully get some rain in between now and then. But we'll have a fireworks decision made by the next court session. Should have that, or for you all to ratify, to decide on. Other than that, do I hear a motion to adjourn? Oh, wait, announce the next meeting is? The next meeting will be Tuesday, a Tuesday, December 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. That should be our next court meeting. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Precinct 2. Motion made by Precinct 2, second by Precinct 1 to adjourn. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned till December the 9th.